The following program is brought to you by The Collector's Cave. Visit www.thecollectorscave.com for all your sports memorabilia needs and keep an eye out for their future public autograph signings and meet and greets with your favorite Chicago sports athletes. Visit www.thecollectorscave.com for all your sports memorabilia needs.
In 3, 2, 1.
Hey, this is Tom Waddle, worn out former Chicago Bears wide receiver, and you are listening to Greg Braggs, Braggs in the Stands.
The Bears, they started this new tradition last year where they celebrate their wins the correct way.
Waddle and Sylvie, ESPN 1000, don't miss it.
I know what you mean.
It's like their own Philly.
Okay. Okay, I think what it is.
We shouldn't be showing this. Am I crazy?
Yogi!
What a great sign that is. What if I told you 17 minutes of rain would wash away 108 years of drought?
Do you see this team growing into the team that you were in 2005?
Great practice, everybody.
You are ridiculous.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are live here. I'm here with my guy Trae Tunes, and we are live here at Sovereign Bar and Restaurant here in Plainfield, Indiana, on Lockport Street. Really excited for today. The Collector's Cave has a big event going on here. So if you're in the area, or even if you're a little outside the area, come on down. Doesn't take that long if you're near the city limits of Chicago. Thomas Jones, one of the all-time great Bears running backs, played for the 2006 Super Bowl team, is going to be in the house here in just a few moments to meet all these diehard Bears fans that are going to come out, get a meet and greet opportunity, take pictures, sign autographs. We got all sorts of people running around doing different things, signing autographs in the back. We got people up here in the front for memorabilia you want to buy from the Collector's Cave of different autograph memorabilia outside of Thomas Jones. We got fans already hanging out, having drinks, getting ready for NFL football Sunday, because it's not only a meet and greet, but it's a NFL watch party, so you can follow along with all your fantasy teams and everything else, because the Chicago Bears do not play until tomorrow night on Monday Night Football. So again, I got my guy Trae Tunes here, my loyal co-host here. Put him in the bio on Braggs in the Stands. He's officially, there's no getting out of this now. You are stuck with me, Trae.
Oh boy.
What have I done? Yeah, that's what we're doing. So, Trae, you were out late last night with the ESPN 1000 crew. You were traveling near and far, hanging out with Bleck and Abdallah, and then J.R. Strauss last night. The Bulls were on another disappointing loss to the 76ers back-to-back. What are your overall thoughts here as we're starting our show here today?
Yeah, by far that was probably the most disappointing game I've seen them play this year. I know it's a short season, but I was a little upset with the Bulls yesterday. They didn't perform well. It seemed like they were just not focused, and they just kept, the defense wasn't there the entire game. Didn't really see the effort you usually see.
Yep.
Yeah, just a bit disappointed. Like even in the other two losses, you can say, "Oh man, they really gave it their all," and you couldn't say that last night.
No, it's becoming problematic with Nikola Vucevic. I like the guy. It's only 9 games in or whatever it is, so I want to be patient. We got Tal Carcino in the house. In the chat at the very least, not in the house here at Sovereign, but we won't judge you, Tal, unless you make your way over here and have a few drinks with us. Come on down. But she's still celebrating her big Iowa win. They didn't play Purdue, so they had a chance to win last night.
All right, exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Precisely.
Yeah. So, but going back to the Bulls, and then we'll talk more about some of the college football we saw yesterday. But the Bulls, man, Nikola Vucevic, I was worried even at the home opener. You're watching this run and gun team, and you're seeing, Lonzo Ball and Caruso and all these guys going, Levine going up and down the court, playing fast. And then you got this flat-footed center, and I get they're centers, they're big boys, so they got a lot to lumber down the, down the court with. But I felt like he couldn't keep up with this fast-paced team. And now we're 9 games in, and he is shooting. On his career, he shoots 49% from the field. This season so far, only shooting 38%. And I just get worried that is this ever going to actually stabilize with Vooch?
Well, you hope so,
Yeah.
and you definitely hope so. And like when you see him out there, and his shot looks very flat, and it seems. It's almost like he doesn't have his legs under him. Like, how sometimes when you take a shot and your legs are not under you and it falls flat all the time? That's what it looks like. But, I mean, Vooch just isn't looking great at all so far. I mean, you see him try hard on a defensive effort. He's top 20 in steals in the league right now. So he is trying.
Yeah.
But offensively is where we need him.
He still gets his double-doubles, but just missing way too many wide-open shots.
Right.
And that's where, for me, it's hard to be patient, because the shots he's missing, like, Johnny B, our other co-host here on Braggs and Stands, was like, shooters shoot, calm down. he'll return to the fray. The law of averages will even out, but the shots he's missing, I have a tough time seeing how this is going to get turned around. But again, we're emotional Bulls fans. We've been through it for a long time with the doldrums of this Bulls basketball team, so we have high expectations out of nowhere now. And Vooch is getting the brunt end of our criticism, and maybe he will. I'm willing to keep an open mind, but he's got another 2 weeks, and then I'm losing my mind.
Then we riot.
Yeah, so we got Tal. She's crying about Purdue in the house. And then I got my guy, Matt Mahalski, who's giving me shit because I haven't been to his tailgate at the corner of Wabash and Cermak here in a few weeks. And I apologize to you, Matt. He's, one of the ringleaders of the Chicago Bears tailgating club, which is actually how we came to be here at Sovereign out here in Plainfield, Illinois. One of the people that's an owner to this bar is actually a part of the Chicago Bears tailgating club. And that's how they came to meet the Collector's Cave crew, who I brought out to a tailgate that I came to, when they played the Bengals. But it has been a few home games since I've attended the corner of Wabash and Cermak. Me and Trae went to the game last week, Matt, and, we were in South Lot. I was dressed up, and, we can only do so much. I want to take Trae out to the corner of Wabash and Cermak. It's a great tailgate spot. But I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm not better than you guys. You're always my day one friend. So don't bust my shit. Yes, that's true. We haven't lost when I tailgate with Matt. So maybe I need to get back with him.
That's enough reason.
It's my
right
fault.
There.
It is my fault. Yeah, but going to we got Tal in the chat talking about Purdue. They are the spoiler makers instead of the boiler makers. Right. How about Purdue yesterday taking down Michigan State? The week prior, Michigan State beats Michigan, and it was just such a battle between two teams that looked like they were, top 10, top 5 material. Purdue's fallen out of the top 25 a couple times because they've been upset by teams maybe they shouldn't have lost to, but now here they are. They have 2 top 5 wins on the season, one against Tal's Iowa Hawkeyes, and now yesterday against Michigan State, a huge win in West Lafayette.
Yeah, that's why you play the games every week. And next week they're going to lose. It's so up and down with college football. And it's always so exciting.
Yeah, they play Ohio State now next week.
All right.
And they have 3 straight top 5 wins if you include the Ohio State top 5 win from a few years back.
Wow.
The infamous the Tyler Trent game.
Oh, wow. Well, there you have it, folks. Braggs with the receipts.
Yeah, maybe they, take them down again for 4 top 5 wins. And I'm not sure if Ohio State's in the top 5. Maybe they aren't, but they certainly are. They certainly are one of the top teams in the country. I don't think they're top 5, though. Tal might be able to help me out with that.
Right.
But the spoiler makers, what do you think of that nickname? I
love
it.
I love it. Yeah. It definitely applies to them. Spoiler makers is a great nickname for Purdue. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 100% on board with that. Obviously, I'm, as we talk about on Braggs in the Stands a lot, huge Boilermaker basketball fan. They're playing more of the, they're not much of an underdog this year, ranked 7th in the country right now. But the way they played the other night against University of Indy, a small-time team, and only beating them by 20. They're only up by 11. But Kentucky made me feel better. Kentucky basketball was playing some nobody school and was losing at halftime.
Wow.
So the Boilermakers were like, thank you, Kentucky.
Right.
Because they've drawn the ire of Matt Painter here with not coming out sharp. But they play their official home opener here on Tuesday. As always, but talking about him as he's running around doing his thing. We're excited for everybody here. We got a Bills fan in the house.
All right.
An actual Bills fan all the way from Buffalo. Is he going to jump on a table and smash it?
I don't think he's smashing through these tables.
Yeah, they make the tables good here.
Right.
We got a Bills fan in the house.
Yeah.
We're messing with you a little bit, but are you excited about this upcoming, postseason? Obviously the Bills are well on their way there. Yes.
Yes.
You think you can win the Super Bowl? I mean, hey, I'm right there with you. Josh Allen has taken that next step here, and in Buffalo, you know, a lot of people here in Chicago were disappointed in Mitchell Trubisky, you know, who's now a Buffalo Bill. We wanted him to take that Josh Allen next step, and now he's on the Bills. You know, he's actually got COVID right now, like Aaron Rodgers. It's going around for quarterbacks, but we got a Bills fan in the house. He's excited about his Super Bowl aspects. They beat the brakes off the Kansas City Chiefs here earlier
Yes,
this
they
season.
did. It was not pretty at all. It, I mean, you talk about statement games. That's what that was.
Yeah. Well, it seems like everybody's making their statement against Kansas City this year because, you know, you had Tennessee Titans here recently. They just lost Derrick Henry, but they also, you know, made their statement on Kansas City. I mean, heck, the Giants almost beat Kansas City last week. I know Johnny B's sweating down there. He's at Kansas City right now. They're playing the Packers without Aaron Rodgers, and he's guaranteeing victory. I would too with Jordan Love in the house. What do you think about that? You know, now Aaron Rodgers creating a lot of controversy here in the last few days. I loved Olin Cruz's comments. You know, when he talks, it sounds like he's like floating on a cloud, like he's Buddha Rodgers.
Yeah, man. What to quote Martin Luther King Jr. Like, really, dude?
I have a dream.
Right.
I have a dream that no one will bug me about not taking the shot.
Right. Like what do you call it? Alliteration, where you like he's like, yeah, the woke people and the put the final nail in my cancel culture coffin.
He hit all the marks. He
Right.
hit all the buttons. You know,
Right.
and it's funny to me because it's like he's trying to outwoke the woke. You know, with the way he talks.
Right.
He's just, you know, he's acting like he's next level, you know,
Right.
smart. He's like, I talk
Yeah.
to my, you know, I'm proud of the research I've done.
Right.
And it was like Aaron Rodgers, MD.
Right. He's like like he's the
Me
type
and Joe
of person,
Rogan did a lot of research here.
he's the type of person that says, yes, I'm surprised by how humble I am. It's it's like I'm the most humble person you'll ever meet. I'm just a great humble person. Like that sounds
Just trust me.
Right. It's like he brags about being humble.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out with Jordan Love, you know, slinging it for the Packers here. Bears fans I don't know, what do you hope for as a Bears fan?
Right.
Do you hope that Jordan Love tanks because it's always fun to watch the Packers fail? Or are you hoping that Jordan Love goes off and gives the Packers a reason to let Aaron Rodgers go at the end of the season?
All right. See, I mean, the only way that would work is if Jordan Love does go off against the Kansas City Chiefs, their defense isn't great.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, if he looks good against that defense, I mean, it's almost like you don't want him to look good, but if he doesn't, does Green Bay find a way to mend their relationship with Aaron Rodgers and he wind up staying and all he's using all his newfound medical medical facts to prolong his career like Tom Brady.
He spoke with the medical experts, Joe Rogan and company. As Carmen Carcino is in the chat now.
Carmen.
And we got prophecy. We don't have we don't have our horn. You know, I don't know. The people here might throw us out if we start using the horn. But regardless, try not to be too much of a nuisance to, you know, everyone hanging out here, eating, enjoying their lunch here before NFL Sunday gets going. We got Bengals fans in the house, mostly Bears fans, all excited to see Thomas Jones, former Chicago Bear and current Hollywood actor. I mean, look at this, for your Emmy consideration from Luke Cage, Thomas Jones as, I mean, what is this, Comanche? Do you watch Luke Cage?
Oh, yeah, that was an awesome show.
Yeah, I haven't watched Luke Cage. I'm a big Marvel guy, but I've never seen Luke Cage.
Yeah, it's really good. It's on Netflix. It's a really good show.
What's it about? Like,
it's about,
give me
like,
the rundown.
Luke Cage, he's this he's like superhuman, you know, like super strength, like he got bulletproof and everything. Like, I don't think he can't fly or anything like that. But he has these powers. He's kind of reluctant to go after the bad guys and stuff. And it's
Why
a lot
is he reluctant to go after the bad guys? He's a superhero.
Yeah, I mean, but it's. I mean, I think he got from an experiment. That's why he got the powers in the first place. I think he was an alcoholic too.
Carmen describes him as Superman that can't fly.
Exactly right. I said he has all the powers, but he can't fly.
Okay. Yeah, and so as far as Thomas's role is concerned, what does Comanche do in Luke Cage?
I'm trying to remember.
Don't know.
He is a bad guy.
He's the bad guy. Well, he played a good bad guy because the first time I ever saw Thomas Jones, he was in this picture that we're showing here on our live show, Straight Outta Compton. That's right. I'm looking over at my wife, and I'm like, is that Thomas Jones? You're watching Straight Outta Compton, this awesome movie, the document, like a documentary about, how Straight Outta Compton came to be.
Yeah.
The
group NWA.
NWA, exactly. Thank you, Trae. Yeah. And a great movie. And there he is. He's hustling the lawyer or the guy that runs NWA.
Right. Yeah.
He's like eating him on his doorstep. Right. Like he's like, "Is this your house?" And I turned to Jenny. I go, "That's Thomas fucking Jones."
Right.
Like, holy shit! Like all-time great bear. And it's got to be funny. I would love to have Thomas on and ask him what it feels like, because you see this a little bit with, when they cross over to Hollywood from being a sports star, what it's like for a athlete that is beloved in Chicago,
right,
to go from a Chicago athlete to now only know, like, there's people that only know him as a Hollywood actor,
right? Only know him as Thomas Q. Jones. That's it. Yeah, that's how they know him.
He added the Q.
Right.
He added the Q when he went to Hollywood, but we know him as Thomas Jones, and we're excited to see him here today. He's going to be coming out in just a little bit. We're going to start having a lot of Bears fans here coming to line up and meet one of their favorite Chicago Bears athletes of all time.
This is a really nice place.
I'm telling you, this is a beautiful,
awesome,
beautiful venue here at Sovereign. I'll turn the camera around and we'll show everybody what's going on here at Sovereign. Beautiful venue. You got the, me, I'm a bricklayer, Trae, so all the different, brick variations. You got the gray brick in the back, the old school brick here in the middle and behind us. You're able to see the open ceiling concept, the nice, huge industrial fans and everything else. It's just a beautiful venue. They do weddings here and a lot of different other things. They've got hot, select types of alcohol. Like, you can't get Jack Daniels or Crown. You get these like sour mashes and all these kind of unique alcohol types. And so I like that. I like that. It's a nice change of pace. You got the Collector's Cave, signing here on the left. This is where Thomas will be taking pictures with fans and everybody else. So we're really excited to see how this day unfolds. A lot of Bears fans are expected to be here. A lot of Bears fans are already here, eating up, grubbing down. We got our guy Steve here. He's in the house. He was offering to help. He was here bright and early because he got messed up, Trae, from daylight savings time. So Steve, got faked out and was here a little early. And so, I set my clocks back. Did you remember? Because you were out late last night.
I did. It did automatically on my cell phone.
You were out so late that the clock set back before you even got home.
Right. Yeah.
We got Mike from Collector's Cave running around. He looks really stressed.
Yeah, the Collector's Cave, they do such a great job with their products. It's awesome.
No, they really do.
Yeah.
They had a White Sox signing in Chicago yesterday at Buffalo Wings and Rings with Jeff Blum. They had a big turnout there.
Awesome.
And next week on Saturday, 6 days from now, they're going to have another public signing and meet and greet with Miggy Montero and Aramis Ramirez, as I just got word that Thomas Jones is in the house. So,
all right.
That's all right. Show yourself, Thomas.
All right.
We need to know if the Bears are ever going to be good.
Right.
All-time great. Thomas, one of my favorite Chicago Bears to ever play the game. Wore his heart on his sleeve. Just ripped to the
Right.
nines. And helped carry the Bears all the way to a Super Bowl. Obviously, had a lot of help from that defense and kick return game with Devin Hester in
Right.
2006. But people forget that in 2006, when they made the Super Bowl, not only did they have the number one defense in the NFL, but they also had the number one offense in the NFL, and that was because a lot of their run game and offensive line play.
Right, exactly. Definitely wasn't because of the quarterback.
Well, I mean, Rex Grossman, did win Player of the Month 1 month that season, believe it or not. So that was the last time.
June?
Yeah. No, it was. I think it was September. Yeah, we're always winning our preseason awards
Right.
in Chicago.
Yeah.
Shane Marcel's in the chat, Steve, and he says daylight savings 1, Steve 0. So you'll get them next year. We're
Right.
rooting for you, Steve.
Spring forward, my friend.
Well, Shane in the chat also wants to know, Shane Marcel from the Tape Never Lies Network. He wants to know if I was a superhero, what superhero would I be, Trae? This is a good question. Don't laugh like that, Trae. I mean, my goodness.
I'm sorry.
If you don't say Batman, I'm throwing this drink in your face.
Am I creating a new superhero for you, or am I comparing you to a superhero that already?
Whatever you want to go with it here.
Okay, so if
Just
I'm comparing,
put you on the spot a little bit here.
Right? Yeah, we'll get back with that. Give me a few seconds to really reflect on the superheroes.
I mean, I identify as Batman, Trae, because it was my favorite superhero all time. I don't acknowledge Superman. I mean, Superman, it's like cheating, and he was such a wuss for being, having all these powers. Batman was a total badass, didn't have any kind of superpowers, but still whooped ass. That's what I respected about Batman.
Yeah.
That's why he's my all-time
What's
favorite superhero.
What's Batista's superhero from the Guardians of the Galaxy?
He is great.
Yeah, right. Yeah, see, that's you, right?
Batista. Yeah, yeah. He was.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
At least you didn't say Groot. Yeah, Shane says Greg is Groot.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. Yeah, now hey,
Groot in the stands.
Josh E says the Thing. At least no one's saying the Blob. I appreciate that. Because I know they were going for that. So Carmen says my superhero would be the ability to produce trophies for everyone. That's right. We give out participation trophies here at Braggs in the stands. Everybody that participates, would be the first
he's right
one.
here with us.
Yeah, look at live here at Sovereign is Will and his biceps. They're not quite as big as Thomas Jones.
Oh no, not at all.
Although Thomas kind of slimmed up since his football days, when you see the pictures.
I remember that. Remember the year, like when he came back out and you saw how much he bulked up. I was like, Jesus, I was. Like,
yeah,
Thomas
this
Jones
was the
hitting
Super
the weight
Bowl
room.
picture. This guy was jacked.
Yeah,
big time jacked in the weight room. Never missed a day. Never missed an arm day.
Right.
Probably never missed a leg day either. I'll skip leg day every chance I can get. So
right.
Got more and more Bears fans here coming in here at Sovereign.
Right, Bear
on
down.
Lockport Street here in Plainfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
So we're excited to have everyone here. And it seems like we got things up and running. Thomas Jones in the back signing the excess stuff, before he meets the fans that came here to meet and greet and get an autograph from him personally. So we're excited to be here and talk about it all before football gets kicked off for the day. There's a chance that David Montgomery, Trae Tunes, is going to return to the Bears roster, RB1.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that? Because he's been out about a month. Khalil Herbert certainly has picked up the load here, but you cannot replace a guy like David Montgomery.
Yeah. So what I'm guessing is that I don't know what Damian Williams' health is, but it looked like he's falling out of favor. So it
I
might.
believe he was out yesterday too.
Oh, he was
from
out.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it looks like I think it's like I wonder how they're gonna work him back in. Are they gonna like
Take it slowly.
take it slow? Right.
I
Exactly.
would if I were them. I mean, the chances of them making a playoff run at this point are slim to nil. And David Montgomery is your bell cow. To have him
Right.
come out there and run it 20 plus times seems reckless to me. Maybe I'm just saying that because I have Khalil Herbert on my
Right.
fantasy team.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I kind of feel like you have a good player in Khalil Herbert. So I mean, still utilize him as much as you can, and see if you can get that running game going. I was not. It really depends on the play calling when it all comes down to it. Is what you hate in the scheme and the coaching and the preparation. You got to put them in a good place to succeed, and that's something that the Bears just don't have a track record of doing,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
No, they absolutely do not. And Shane Marsaw helping us out in the chat said Bears released Perriman this morning, the wide receiver they picked up a few weeks back and then never used. So that's a good sign. They will definitely activate David Montgomery here for Monday Night Football against the Steelers. So it just will be a matter of how they split the carries with him and Khalil Herbert. But it's a good 1-2 punch to have. You know, the last time the Bears played the Steelers was in 2017. And they had Mike Glennon as their quarterback. And so that's about as bad as you can get for quarterback play.
Right.
But their running backs, Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen, went off that day, and they were able to win, in overtime against the Steelers. So maybe we see something like that here on Monday night.
Let's hope.
Yeah, I mean, I picked the Bears to lose, but they're just hard to pick now with Justin Fields because he's starting to get better. You know, we saw this in the last game that me and you attended.
Right.
They lost at home on Halloween against the 49ers. It was disappointing, but the silver lining of the game was Justin Fields is starting to take that next step into being a great quarterback, potentially.
Right. And what I'm worried about is the defense. Surprisingly, it's like we just can't get them both going at the same time. And say what you want about Roethlisberger, but he has the experience and the knowledge. He's not going to be able to do all those great things you've seen him do in the past. But if you give him enough time back there and give him all day to throw the ball, he's going to complete passes. So
Yep.
And then you see the poor tackling that the Bears did. I mean,
the defense was like a sieve. 500 plus yards of total offense for the Niners. They didn't sack the quarterback. They didn't force a turnover. They didn't force a punt all day.
Yeah.
And for the defense that's been carrying the load all year, how disappointing was that to see them just become an open, revolving door without Khalil Mack and Eddie Jackson for that game. And then they're not going to be there tomorrow again.
Right. So there's something you got to worry about. You hope that the whole next man up, now that they're not just thrown into the wolves out there. They had a whole week to practice. Hopefully, they'll gel well with the rest of the defense and perform better. I mean, but like I said, it's not. I mean, it doesn't look good based on the tape, but like they were just thrown out there unexpected. Didn't have that time to practice. Like with the first team, like they will this past week. So
yeah, you hope the safety play is a little more on point. This week with knowing that Eddie Jackson's not going to play.
Right.
But not a good sign when you have two of your playmakers. I know Eddie Jackson hasn't had the best, since 2018, hasn't been the best out there. And he's acknowledged that in some of his pressers. But, they got to have a better effort than they did last week. We got Josh E in the chat, and he wants to know, do you see the Bears using David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert in the backfield at the same time? I think that's an interesting question.
Yeah, that would be nice. I was going to actually bring up a two running back system, but then once I realized who our coaching staff was, I didn't even bother to say anything. So, I mean, you just don't expect the Bears to do anything like that. I would expect them to use like more two tight end sets, get a chip and then release. You just don't see the Bears do anything like that.
All right, last week we're at the game, we're in the stands, and you're like, why don't they use Cole Kmet up the seam?
Right.
And then they threw one up the seam, and he got like a 15-yard gain.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, like as soon as I said it, I'm like, finally. Like
we haven't coached for 40 years like
Right.
these guys have. Like, why
Right,
do they
yeah.
not see the things that the novice fan in the stands
Right.
can see, and they're clearly blind to what can help this team out.
It's mind-boggling, I tell you. It's
Mind-boggling. Bottles the mind.
bottles the mind. Right.
No, it really does. I mean, I
Yeah.
could see them putting David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert out there as Mike from Collector's Cave walks by, looking stunning as usual. Why don't you hop on over here? Why don't you hop on? Grab a mic. We'll get you going here. We got our guy Trae Tune. Is his mic here as our internet's getting a little what fans that are in the area that are thinking about coming up here, what they can expect from an event like today, besides hearing Braggs and Trae ramble on about how much the Bears suck.
Yeah, man, we're rocking here today. If you love football, we got a bunch of TVs up. You can watch the game. Thomas Jones is one of the coolest guys, one of my favorite Bears. So he's here. Come get his autograph. Take a photo with him. Obviously, you can hang out with Braggs in the stands. But the other thing, this restaurant has amazing food. So if you guys don't have plans, come watch some football, grab a beer. They have a menu specifically just for today, for us, for football today. So come out, enjoy it, bring the family. It's a very family-friendly event.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So there's our guy Mike, doing hard work. And for people that can't come today, why don't you tell them what to expect next Saturday? A big signing once again here for the Collector's Cave.
All right, that's way better. You can hear me now.
That is.
Can you guys see my Cody
You got
Parkey
like a
jersey?
you started out like Barry White there.
Well, hello.
Why don't you tell the people even here and watching, the big signing for next Saturday?
Yeah, so next Saturday at Catch in Maryville, Catch Table, and we have Aramis Ramirez and Miguel Montero. It's going to be a really fun event. Catch does a really fun party. They'll have a DJ there as well. There'll be a ton of giveaways, good food, good drink, good people, and get your item autographed. That's 2016 World Series champion. And then the other thing is, people forget how good Aramis Ramirez was. I mean, if you look at his stats, he was a hell of a Cub. I think he's undervalued in a lot of different sectors, man.
Until Chris Bryant came along, he was the best third baseman of my lifetime. Obviously, Ron Santo would have something to say about that, but Aramis Ramirez was as clutch as they come.
Yeah, so we're definitely excited. We've been trying to get him to do a signing as well. So there's still VIP tickets available. You can come, meet them, get your autograph, get your jersey autographed, and it's just it's really a fun experience anytime we have events, as you can see what's going on here today.
Yeah, we got Saturday, November 13th, Miguel Montero from 12 to 1:30 Central, Aramis Ramirez from 2 to 3:30 Central. So a nice long event for Mike to work hard in. I'm sure he won't stress out at all about it.
I just want to go drink.
It'll
All right,
be
thanks,
fun.
guys.
Yeah, no problem. That'll be at 500 East 81st Avenue in Maryville, Indiana. Order your tickets at www.thecollectorcave. So we are back. Yeah, we apologize to everybody. The Wi-Fi. Anytime I touch this stupid computer, the Ethernet pops off. So we appreciate everyone's patience as we get our ducks in a row here at Braggs in the Stands here at Sovereign in Plainfield, Illinois, on Lockport Street. Yep, we got Mike Pataka in the stands here at Sovereign. One of the biggest Bears fans I know. He just walked in. He didn't hear me, but this guy, I met him at training camp, Trae, and he's always got a long lens camera, taking really nice pictures.
The guy I met?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
That's the guy you met at the game.
Yeah.
This guy is as diehard as they come. He goes to every Bears event, and here he is today hanging out. Our guy Mike in the house. He's looking at me like I'm crazy, but I am kind of crazy.
Right.
So he'd be right.
Right. That's an accurate stare then.
It is accurate. We got Bears fans in the house. We got a guy here with a Thomas Jones Bears fan, Bears white and navy blue, and a Jets Thomas Jones jersey.
Wow.
So he's got all the things. What's up? Hey, get over here. Come on in. You can say hi to the camera, Mike. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Have you had a drink yet? You don't drink? Well, you are a runner. You're doing 5Ks every weekend. You did one yesterday? How do you have the energy?
Because he doesn't drink, Brad.
I run halfway down the block, and I may never run again. You run 5Ks every weekend. How do you map these out? Like, I mean, how do? Because aren't you supposed to train for these?
Not if you're running them every week.
He's built for this.
He's right. He's made for this.
You got one for Thanksgiving morning before you eat the turkeys?
Yeah.
Wow. That's it. You got to. So do you go for seconds or you can't because then you have another 5K over the weekend? Okay. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Mike? All right.
Okay.
Mike. Yeah, I will be in Connecticut for the Ravens game. So the next home game I go to is in December, and I'm all right by that. This is the way they're playing. I'll be there for the Cardinals game. We'll get to see Kyler Murray take on the Bears on the lakefront.
Nice.
Get Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray back-to-back home games.
All right. That's going to be good.
It'll be entertaining if nothing else. That's a big question. I would imagine Big Ben's going to play. Why wouldn't he? I was going to say, he got COVID too. You got Rodgers got COVID. You got Mitch Trubisky. So you just never know. It's going around with the quarterbacks. You never know. So, hey, we'll see. But I'm sure the Bears are going to have a tough time winning no matter who the quarterback is.
Right.
We'll see. We shall see. Our guy Mike, big time Bears fan. You'll see him at training camp. You'll see him at the games, in the stands, and you'll see him running 5Ks every weekend.
All right.
So again, we got Trae Tunes in the house, Braggs in the stands in the house here for the Collectors Cave. They're doing their thing. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah,
we
people
appreciate
are filling up the seats here.
Yeah, they're filling up the seats, eating some good grub, as Mike from the Collectors Cave said. They have a really good menu here. As games are just about to get underway, we're 10 minutes away from kickoff, so it'll be really interesting to see, how the day unfolds. No Chicago Bears football, so that, I'm sure Bears fans are okay with that.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I haven't even checked my fantasy team today with all the running around we've had to do.
Right.
I'm a little nervous because I was going to start Khalil Herbert. Now I might have to bench him if David Montgomery's back in the fold.
I still would start him.
You would still start him?
Yeah, because I think he's going to get you at least 12 to 16 points at least.
Okay.
I know.
I got all these questionables. You got that Elijah Mitchell who ran for like 140 yards on the Bears. He's questionable, but looks like he's going to play. And then you've got A.J. Brown, all these big-time players.
Right.
Every time I get a Q next to one of my players' names, I start freaking out a little bit. It's frustrating.
What? Questionable. Who did I had a few players going to IR. I can't remember who they are.
Who
Uh,
for IR
what?
for the Bears?
No, for my fantasy league.
There's all sorts of players going to IR. It's they're dropping like flies.
Juju Smith-Schuster
Yeah,
went
for
on
the
IR.
Steelers, yeah, he
Right.
went on IR.
Yeah.
So it's one player after another, and then of course,
Tunya's
the
on IR.
unfortunate news about Henry Ruggs.
Oh,
a lot of people had to drop him out of their lineups because he got cut. But more importantly and sadly, driving 151
right.
miles
On a
per hour in
residential.
Vegas and took someone's life. That's
Yeah.
tough. That's tough. I mean, I don't know what you're thinking driving 151. I mean, to me, you go half that speed and you're still speeding
Right. Yeah. 151.
and driving drunk too. I mean,
Right.
that's no bueno.
I mean, I was doing 96 coming here, and I was like, felt like that was fast.
Right. Like, I mean, obviously he's probably got some kind of hot rod car that's capable. I mean, my car's
Right.
not even capable of going
Right.
that fast.
Shaking.
Yeah, hitting the nos like in Fast and the Furious, but man, costing someone's life, it's
Man, they
you
got
doubt
plenty-
you'll see him in an NFL uniform again.
Right.
I mean, he's going to serve jail time from what it sounds like.
Yeah, because I think in Vegas they don't. I think the law is stricter on DUIs in Vegas.
Yeah, Jimbo Slice says 157.
157.
That's insane. That's
MPHs.
Yeah, that's next level. So, not good news, but yeah, I mean, it's just one thing.
Yeah.
Whether it's Aaron Rodgers, it's just a lot of negative news this week in the National Football League. I'm sure the NFL is looking forward to getting to next week and dealing with smaller issues that don't make national headlines.
Right. Yeah, a lot of bad things happening.
Lots of bad things happen, but nothing but good things here. A
Right.
big turnout. Thomas Jones hanging out in the back, getting everything signed up. A lot of Bears fans lining up, getting their sports memorabilia from Collector's Cave, getting all their stuff ready for Thomas Jones.
Yeah.
So really, really exciting stuff. And we're just happy to be here and happy that no one's kicked us out yet. Trey.
Right, exactly. We're still here. We're still standing. We're still strong.
Did you see, sticking to the football, script here with the Tom Brady 600 touchdown and the fan that got the ball and then
Right.
was convinced to give it back?
Yeah.
This is a ball that potentially could be worth, a lot of money,
$1 million.
I mean, there were some
Probably.
sports memorabilia people, and maybe Aaron and Mike would be able to speak more to this, but how much that ball is worth. Would you have given the ball back or held it for ransom?
Yeah, I would have held it for ransom. I mean, they got the money. They got the money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, think
Hey.
about how much Tom Brady makes a year. Think how much
Right.
the NFL makes if it's going to
Right.
the Hall of Fame.
Right.
If they, at least put their kid through college or something. They gave him 3 signed jerseys and a helmet, and a Bitcoin and
Right.
season tickets for 2 years.
Nah, they
Even
were
then,
season tickets
that's-
for life.
That's a lofty grab, but still nothing pales in comparison how much money this
I
guy
want
could
a
have potentially
section
made.
named after me. like, come on, man. I mean, you know how important that piece of history was to them. And
Yeah.
that's all they could. I mean, as the Tampa Bay organization, I would have offered them like so much good stuff, like a couple of jerseys. I mean, for that's football. I mean, that's football.
Yeah.
You-
I
you-
would have if he'd have handed me that ball, I probably would have turned around and ran out the stadium.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even have been able to come up to me
Right.
because I'd been gone.
Yeah.
'Cause you have to know how much that kind of a ball is worth. I mean, if you research how much Michael Jordan memorabilia is worth, not even stuff that was game worn or
Right.
game used, that stuff goes for $15,000. A
Right.
Tom Brady football, his 600 touchdown, the first to ever get to 600.
Right. I mean, this is and I'm not trying to downplay what he got, but what he did get was a pretty good thing. You get season tickets, you get a signed Tom Brady jersey, a signed Mike Evans? It was Mike
Yeah,
Evans, right?
Mike Evans. Yep.
Now, those are great gifts, but this football was so valuable. I mean, like, when's the last time anything that valuable has come around? Like, what's even comparable to that football? I mean, that's the emphasis I'm putting on the football, how incredibly valuable that football was. And they, as an organization, they should have done more. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's happy with it and content because, I mean, the football was given to him, and, I mean, it could have gone any other way, but it's like, if he did keep the football, is he making it out?
Yeah,
carrying it.
I mean, do you care about that he got a Bitcoin? Like, I know everybody's into this now.
Yeah, I don't really know the value of the Bitcoin. Like,
Nobody knows. Like this Bitcoin value seems to be
right.
ever flowing.
Like, what does that mean? Like, he got a Bitcoin. Like, I don't. I mean, I assume it's a good thing. I just don't know exactly what the value of that Bitcoin
See,
is.
Becca John nails it. Not even sure what that means. I'm not a Bitcoin guy. I have a friend, Nick, that buys or is all about Bitcoins. That's all he talks about. But I haven't gotten into the Bitcoin craze. It seems to me like an industry that will eventually collapse. I don't see how this is sustainable. But then again, you see these NFTs, people buying highlight package reels, and that blows my mind as somebody that captures highlights in the stands.
Right.
Like, you want to buy my highlight? I mean, what is going
Personalized Braggs in the stands. We got Big Dollar Dave in the building.
We got actual live Big Dollar Dave in the house here. We've turned the camera around on him. Now you're live on candid camera. Our
with
loyal
shady rays on.
Loyal Big Dollar Dave. He can't see now. He's not in the chat stirring it up.
Right.
This is where Big Dollar Dave is safest because then he's not in the chat offending someone.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck with your like, I know, like, what kind of beer you drink? Miller Lite. Do you think they have that over?
They might. They might. Their alcohol selection is very unique.
Right.
You can't get Jack or Crown. I had to get like a sour mash. It's very good. Oh, Fitter and Ghost say what's up as well.
All right.
As long as little Kev didn't say what's up. Did you get an update on what little Kev has to say for himself? Where's Will? I mean, come on, Will. I always see Will, out at restaurants and bars during the week. He's always giving me crap that, I don't ever work. Then all I ever see is him working out or at the bar,
Yeah. Will, what can you say about him?
So why isn't he here, I mean, come on. This is a beautiful place here at Sovereign in Plainfield. So, Will, if you're watching.
This is awesome. I can't say that enough. This place is amazing.
Really, really nice spot. I would have had my wedding here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Maybe I'll get remarried.
It's like elegant at the same time.
This place is so nice, I might get remarried.
Right. Renew your vows. Right. That's Sovereign.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, the ceilings, they got chandeliers and the lighting and
it's beautiful.
I mean, right.
It's beautiful.
This is beautiful.
We got all the amenities here. And as I said, we met the owner at the Chicago Bears Tailgating Club on the corner of Wabash and Cermak, where they tailgate for every home game.
Right.
So, you never know who you're going to run into at that tailgate lot.
Right. Yeah.
Peanut Tillman over there. You get players that tailgate at that lot. So it's a who's who among people tailgating there. We're trying to get our guy D'Lo Brown to come tailgate and catch a Bears game. D'Lo Brown of WWF fame and a big Bears fan. Maybe we could get D'Lo Brown to come tailgate with us sometime. Did you see the fox that was, speaking of, fans in the stands, did you see the fox that was running around in the stands last night? No. It was terrible. It was funny because on the call, on the telecast, they were like, is that a cat? And the guy was like, it's definitely not a cat. It's a fox. And then it ran up into the stands and like people started scattering.
Wow.
It ran underneath some seats, and like nobody knew where it was,
Oh.
and it was like underneath people. That was a pretty wild moment.
Wow. What game was this?
It was one of the college football games. There's 900 different
Like
college
what?
football games on. So it was
Wow.
one of the college football games last night. I'm not sure which one, but
No.
the footage is great. It was just on the TVs here at Sovereign, and that's what made me.
I can't imagine what you would have been doing. You've been trying to get the footage.
Oh, you got to get the footage for
Yeah.
that. That's big time.
You're like, oh my God, I saw it.
Well, did you see? Speaking of footage that really made the rounds, did you see the Atlanta Braves parade footage they put on Twitter? They're going like 80 miles, like it wasn't a slow parade. Like
Right.
they're coming down the road going like 40. And
Wow.
Atlanta was like, "We're not used to parades. We don't know how this works. I don't know what to
Right.
do with my hands."
Right.
And somebody caught a video of the bus just blowing through. So the fans were like, they waited there all day.
Right. Like, the fans are like, woo.
It was like the bus from Speed.
Right.
Sandra Bullock was driving.
They can't go under 40 miles an hour.
There is a bomb on the bus.
Wow.
Yeah, that's Arizona's, or not Arizona. Atlanta's got some work to do on their championship parades.
Yeah.
But we shouldn't talk here in Chicago. It's been a minute since we've had one.
Right. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Did you see, another thing that I wanted to talk to you about, Trey, was did you see the creator of NBA Jam? What he had to say about a little, slip into what he put into the game. Did you catch this?
No, I didn't.
So the
Please
creator of
tell.
NBA Jam is a diehard Pistons fan. The NBA Jam, the most popular game in the 90s for almost every kid.
He's on fire.
Yes. The creator of NBA Jam is a diehard Pistons fan and wrote a code into the game that if the Bulls and Pistons played, that the Bulls could never hit a game-winning shot at the buzzer on the Pistons, no matter what you did.
What?
Yes, and he just revealed this secret like 2 weeks ago.
Do you know which version of NBA Jam?
I'm not sure which one or if it was in every one, but he was on an interview and revealed this secret.
That is awesome.
I'd be suing him. I'd be like, look, I lost money back in the day because of you.
Playing NBA?
Yeah, I bet on a game.
Yeah.
You wrote this code in. And then, of course, all right, we got 15 minutes before VIPs start lining up here at Sovereign for Thomas Jones.
All right.
So we're very excited for that. Hollywood movie star, TV star, and oh, yeah, one of the greatest running backs to ever put on the pads.
Exactly.
You got Walter Payton, Gale Sayers, Matt Forte, Jordan Howard, and then obviously Thomas Jones is at the very top of that list. Obviously Walter's at the top.
Man,
Gale Sayers.
He used to run so angry sometimes. Like
Thomas?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
like you. That's the kind of football player you want on your team. Somebody that gives that maximum effort, puts in the work. Just.
Well, and you see this picture here that we pull up on our live show that you can watch on YouTube of him running for a touchdown, against the Saints in the NFC Championship as the snow's coming down. I mean, for me, probably the pinnacle moment for me as a Bears fan, the Chicago Bears winning the NFC Championship at home at Soldier Field, hoisting the Hallis Trophy. Virginia McCaskey and Brian Urlacher getting to hoist that trophy. It's been a long time since they've been able to do that or have a moment like that.
Yeah, we crave those moments. It's just sad.
Few and far between.
All right,
Boston, we are not. We did not get reap the rewards that Boston seems to get every single year.
Right.
In sports, ours is once every decade we get one shot to be good.
All right, man. I didn't go anywhere to watch that Super Bowl game because I knew I was going to be in my feelings if it went the way it went, and I just didn't want to be out in public. I said, the same thing with the Cubs. I was like, okay, I have to watch this at home. I'm like standing up right in front of the TV and just all in my feelings. Oh, I almost broke the TV when Hester.
Oh man,
First play, just open and kickoff, runs it back. I almost punched the TV, almost like how Embiid almost punched uh, Lonzo Ball last night.
you will not find a bigger Devin Hester fan than me. And when we first drafted him, I said he would revolutionize the game of football. I literally said that verbatim to a friend of mine, Pete, Pistol Pete, diehard Panther fan. And he just continued to prove me right as the year went. I wish I would have put a futures bet on Devin Hester returning the opening kick of the Super Bowl for a touchdown because the odds were insane. Could have made some serious money off of that. And a moment I'll never forget. And I turned to my friend Pete right before the kick and I said, if he houses this kick, I'm going to kill you. And he did. And I chased his ass around. I missed the whole next series because I was chasing his ass around. We're drinking. We had just turned 21. What a time to literally just turn 21.
Yeah, what a time.
The year the Bears went to the Super Bowl. It was a great year, a memorable year. I can remember my good friend Brad had went to the Army as an Army Ranger, and he was like, Braggs, you should come with me, a couple years prior. And I was like, I can't go, man. The Cubs are going to win a World Series. They didn't end up winning one for like 20 more years, but the Bears got to one. And so what I remember most about that season was writing him letters. He was stationed in Afghanistan, and I would write him letters each week of how the game went and try to describe it as best I could. And, each week he's waiting for the letter to see if the Bears had won and moved on and get all the way to the Super Bowl. And then I got to write they lost letter, which wasn't fun. Although I believe they were able to watch that game, so didn't have to break that news.
See the teardrops on the paper.
Yes.
Excuse the wet marks on the paper.
He's like, all right, now you can come over here. Like,
right.
You got this. You got this.
Right. I can't hear.
All respect to those who serve.
You're breaking up.
I had to stay back.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Right. What action we got going on with the NFL football teams going on? We got the Bengals on.
Bengals and Browns are underway.
Right.
All the 12 o'clock noon games are underway. Noon is, we only acknowledge Central Time Zone around here.
Right.
It's the only time zone that matters, especially for those of you on the West Coast. Your time zone is worthless. I would never live in the West Coast strictly because of their time zone. I am not drunk, Chubbs. I am drinking, however, though. You got to shake the cobwebs. We're getting rolling here at Sovereign, and you got to have a few drinks, to loosen up a little bit. Loosen up and have some fun, and that's what we're going to do. Yes, the hugging will soon commence. I don't have a tank top on, though. I got my hoodie on. So we got the Bengals and Browns. Chubbs, who was your upset pick of the day? You're in the chat. Who was your upset pick of the day? Because I don't think I got it for this week. But it'll be interesting. Jeremiah Frazier wants to know how long we'll be here. We're just hanging out, kind of playing it by ear as far as how long the show per se goes. But Thomas Jones is in the house until 1:30 doing maybe a little longer because he's got some autographs to sign and pictures to take with the VIPs and everything else. So we'll be here for quite a while. I'm sure I'll be here well past 3. And we'll see how things go. But we got a lot of Bears fans excited to see Thomas Jones, former Chicago Bear running back and current Hollywood star here about 10 superstar.
Right.
And we're dating ourselves there with that.
Right.
Saturday Night Live, though, last night, they were taking some digs at Rodgers. Did you see them?
No, I missed
Pete
it.
Davidson did his Rodgers impersonation. He had the shirt and the beanie on and talking like a hippie, it was funny. You knew SNL was going to be jumping all over that,
right?
But it'll be interesting. So we'll be here, Jeremiah. I'm sure I'll be here well after 3.
Yeah, you remember Jeremiah came on the show before. That's him.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Cleveland.
What Freeway in the stands. when he was like, "Give me that playbook, Nagy."
Right.
Oh, that was an all-time great moment here on Braggs in the Stands. Chubbs' upset pick for the week is Falcons over the Saints. We didn't get our Johnny B for 3. Big Dollar Dave does not think the Falcons are going to beat the Saints. He's got the Saints over the Falcons. So
Yeah.
you got some arguments.
What you say
here
about that?
What you say about that?
All right.
Yeah. What do you know, Chubbs? We're going off of Big Dollar Dave. That's all I gotta say.
I do have Cordero Patterson on my fantasy league team, so
here, Big Dollar Dave is in the chat now, which gets dangerous. We turned the camera to you, Dave. So now you are live on the show.
Right.
You might even be watching yourself, which is kind of like Inception.
No,
it's on you delay. Now. You are live on candid camera. Yeah, you are on delay. There's a tape delay. It's got to run through its circuits. The government's watching you. It's just like Inception. They're watching you 2 different ways now.
Right.
But we appreciate you coming out, Big Dollar Dave, and supporting us here on what we're trying to do, having some fun here while Thomas Jones gets ready to meet all of these loyal Chicago Bears fans. So
yeah, this place is awesome.
It's a beautiful place. Beautiful place. We almost need the owner to get over here so we can, have them talk a little bit about what Sovereign is all about. It's a beautiful area, just driving through Plainfield, Illinois here on Lockport Street. It reminds me a lot of where I grew up in Crown Point, Indiana. It's got the old school, brick buildings from the late 1800s, an old town near the river. It's just a beautiful area.
Yeah, Braggs is all about the bricks.
All about the bricks, baby.
It has to be a superhero brick man.
Yeah. I should have dragged my wife out here because she would have loved to, hit the stores. It just seems like a nice area to be around. I saw a nice pizza joint down the road, one of those authentic Italian places. I'm going to Connecticut here in a few weeks to see Purdue take on North Carolina. But I'm going to New Haven, Connecticut, which I guess is the pizza capital of the world. So VIPs are welcome to line up right now as we are announcing here. VIPs, make your way to the lineup for Thomas Jones. Photos will be first, and then we'll do the run back around for the autographs second, as Mike is relaying the information to me. So VIPs, go ahead and line up for your chance to take a picture with Thomas Jones, and then we'll roll the line back around for autographs second. So exciting stuff here at Sovereign in Plainfield, Illinois. Chicago Bears fans excited to meet Thomas Jones. Is anybody here to see Thomas Jones, the Hollywood superstar, and not the Chicago? Because, that's what I'm saying. Around here, we only know him as, the Chicago Bears' great running back. But now he's got a new career in Hollywood. He's on a TV show. He stars on a TV show called Bounce. He has a supporting role in Luke Cage. He's been in Straight Outta Compton. He's done many roles. So he's totally transformed his career.
Man of many talents.
Man of many talents.
And shout out to all the VIPs. Thank you very much for coming through and supporting. This is pretty awesome. I love like events like this when people come together and their fandom and everybody's excited.
There's no, when I went to London to see the Bears play the Raiders, you realize very quickly just how passionate Chicago Bears fans are. I mean, it was like a home crowd out there. And there's 2 things I learned. One, Bears fans will travel anywhere, far and wide, whether it's in Plainfield, Illinois, or all the way across the pond in London. But then there's just Bears fans worldwide. I mean, the impact that the 85 Bears had to generations of Bears fans and Bears fans that aren't from the United States, because they were just such a global phenomenon with their Super Bowl shuffle and their charisma and everything else. It's turned the Chicago Bears into not just a local phenomenon, but a national and global phenomenon as well.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Kind of like what we're doing here at Braggs and the Stands.
Right.
Worldwide. Worldwide.
Worldwide. Broadcasting worldwide.
Worldwide.
We're like on 8 different channels. We got the YouTube and the Twitter and
Yeah, they got the Vikings are losing to the Jaguars 3-0.
oh,
You got the Browns are up on the Bengals 7-0. And then what do we got over here on this one? The Giants are up 7-0 on whoever the heck they're playing. Vegas.
oh wow.
Raiders. So they're
pick six.
pick six for Derek Carr. Oh, for Burrow, Joe Burrow with a pick six for Cleveland.
Wow.
So that's interesting stuff. Cleveland, Cincinnati is ultimate rivalry for the state of Ohio. And of course, the Chicago Bears, they got the Ohio kid, Justin
Right.
Fields, not Mitchell Trubisky
Right.
from Ohio, but now
Right.
Justin Fields from the Ohio
Ohio
State University. So we're excited to have him here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how he performs tomorrow. I just want to see progression. Because he doesn't see. He could have easily been rattled.
All right. So our guy, without further ado, we got our guy Thomas Jones getting ready to make his way out to take pictures here with all the diehard Bears fans. Very exciting stuff here at Sovereign in Plainfield, Illinois on Lockport Street. We're going to turn the camera around so we can get the big reveal and see, so everyone at home can kind of see what it's all about. There's the line for the VIPs. There's Mike, moving and shaking hands and kissing babies. And, of course, Thomas Jones getting ready to come out in 30 seconds as Aaron, our guy Aaron, who's not in Florida today. He's here. Tomorrow he's going to Florida. I can't hide in his luggage. He's always in Florida. That's the joke that we like to say. But Thomas Jones getting ready to make his way out to the Collector's Cave stage so he can take pictures with all these diehard Bears fans. Exciting stuff, to say the least. Thomas Jones, one of the all-time great. Wore his heart on his sleeve. Hard hat, lunch pail mentality. And really represented what Chicago is all about.
Definitely, without a doubt. Gave his all out there. You saw it. Thomas Jones is a great player. And that's why we got these people out here lined up to get there. These are the VIPs getting their picture taken.
Yeah, they never did a Ring of Honor, but if they had, Thomas Jones would definitely be on it. And here he is.
All right, Thomas
Jones in the house here at Sovereign, one of the all-time great Chicago Bears running backs. Looking good with his shades on. How we doing, Thomas Jones in the house, taking care of all his loyal fans. Got to have your phone ready for when you're going to take pictures with Thomas Jones. Aaron's not going to take them and then send them to all. You got to have them on your phone. And it's just exciting to see all these Bears fans come together to support one of the all-time greats. We don't forget you when you put on the pads, for the Chicago Bears. You will always be a Chicago Bear, no matter where you go. Even if you're all the way out in Hollywood, you will always be remembered here in the city of Chicago. Pretty cool stuff. This guy's got a NFC Championship helmet.
Oh, wow. That's
pretty
awesome.
cool, to say the least. Everybody lining up, doing their thing. Thomas taking his time today, and we couldn't thank him enough. From the Collector's Cave, Braggs in the Stands, Sovereign here in Plainfield, everybody sincerely appreciates all the time that Thomas is giving the fans in the stands.
Yeah, man, it's just so. I get a little happy like when I see moments like this. You see all the happy fans and people. I just love good moments like this.
Yeah, you saw the electricity picked up.
Right.
Everybody kind of brightened up when he came out. The energy in the room just picks up when a guy like Thomas Jones enters the room. Just an all-time great.
Right. He'll definitely be remembered and is remembered.
Yeah. So if you were a part of the VIP pictures, once you're done with your pictures, please line back up for your autograph, as you guys are the VIPs. So if you've just taken your picture as a VIP, get back in line and get your autograph here next. So Thomas Jones can do his thing and keep the line moving for everybody here at Sovereign. So exciting stuff. A lot of people here. We got Jets fans. They brought their Jets jerseys, Bears jerseys. Pretty cool stuff. Saw a couple Jets jerseys. So,
right there. Got one over there.
They've got their own rookie quarterback like the Bears now. So as the Vikings take a 7-3 lead on the Jaguars here just a few moments ago. So looks like a deep ball for a touchdown from Kirk Cousins as the autographs are starting to line up. Thomas taking a phone call. I like it.
All right.
His agent on the phone. He's going to be what movie deal did you just strike, Thomas? What, the next Scorsese? Yes, sir. All right. We'll help you out. We'll help you out with that. Yeah, we will get you on it. Hey, all right. I like it.
Have our people contact his people.
I promise. I got a big mouth, so I'll get you in it. I got a big mouth, Clyde. So Thomas Jones signing autographs. Big Dollar Dave enjoying his time here, doing his thing here. So, we appreciate you, Big Dollar Dave. Coming out and supporting what we're doing. As looks like Joe Mixon just got into the end zone to tie the game. Browns 7, Bengals 7. Joe Mixon into the end zone for the touchdown. So a lot of things happening. It looks like the Bills are in the red zone here on the Jaguars. I thought the Jaguars were playing the Vikings. Oh, I see. So the Bills are trying to get in the end zone. Now, we have a Bills fan here, so I'm sure he's keeping his eye close to what's happening with that. Yeah, it's Bills, Jags. I don't know who the heck the Vikings are playing. It's it's hard to see. It's hard to see.
It's okay, Braggs.
It is okay. It is okay. So
I can't see. That's why I haven't said any teams. I'm like, all I see is the Bengals. That's it.
Yes. So we'll bring the camera back here for a moment on our beautiful faces. Now that you've kind of got a scene of the ambiance of everybody hanging out in the stands, here at Sovereign, getting ready for their Thomas Jones autograph. Now that the pictures for the VIPs are out of the way, now they're back in line for their Thomas Jones
we got some people
autographs
with some awesome items to get signed. Like I know we mentioned the Bears jerseys and the Jets jerseys. We got a helmet out here.
Got the helmet, and then what happens is after you get your autograph, if you see here on the left, then you get your certificate of authenticity along with it.
So it's real.
Exactly right. So everything it's a one-stop shop. Get your picture, get your autograph, get it authenticated, all right here. That's how the Collector's Cave does it. They're doing it up here at Sovereign. Next week, they'll be doing it at Catch in Maryville, Indiana with Aramis Ramirez and Miguel Montero. The Ravens and the Vikings. So I thought that was the Jags helmet, but the TV's on the other side of the restaurant. So my eyes aren't, as good as they once were. So I didn't see that correct.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The Vikings are beating the Ravens somehow. The Vikings are always the most average team in football. They're not terrible and they're not great ever.
Yeah.
So I'll keep my eye close to that, though, because Mark Andrews, who just brought in a 13-yard catch, is my tight end.
All
on my
right.
fan. I'm always gonna keep an eye on my fantasy team
Right.
because that's what's important.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, we just upped the ante in our league. It used to be $100 a person in a 10-person league. Now it's $200 a person.
Oh,
The winner takes home $1,500
that's a
in our
lot.
league. That's some major guap.
I did. Did I get accepted? Did I get an invite to the league next year?
You can be in the league. I mean, it's a tough league to get into because nobody ever drops out.
But you guys only have 10 teams, right?
You know, yeah. So
Come
Phil,
on. This is my plea.
yeah, we got
Come
Chubbs
on.
making fun of me. We got
Come
Phil,
on.
my guy Philatoshin, who I'm visiting here in a couple weeks at his humble abode in Hartford, Connecticut, giving me some credit. Being nice. Chubbs is supposed to have my back, and
with the amazing play-by-play.
yeah, thank you. But Phil has my
Somebody
back.
did something,
Yeah,
and back to
normally
you.
Phil and Shane are the ones that bust my balls. And Chubbs is the one that's supposed to have my back, but how the turntables,
Oh, how to turn.
as a wise man once said. So this is what we're doing here as the VIPs. Are the VIPs still getting their autographs? And then once the VIPs are done, then the rest of you that are awaiting your autographs, you will be up next.
Right.
So exciting stuff. We're just happy to be a part of it and doing our thing, having some drinks,
Yeah, some people
sharing
got
some laughs.
This guy with the helmet, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, very nice helmet, but he's taken off, or else I would have had him show it off because it's just such a nice helmet.
Yeah.
The NFC Championship helmet.
Right.
But our guy here, what's your name, sir? Here. Okay, come here. Here, grab the mic. What was your name again?
Nick.
How we doing, Nick?
I'm doing well.
Oh, beautiful thing. Come over here. We're going to switch the camera around, and then we're going to interview Nick here. But this is a pretty cool autograph. What's your name, sir? Tony. If you could bring it a little closer to the camera so everyone can see it. A little closer, sir. You can bring it right up to it. As you can see, it says, "Fuck the Packers." That's what I'm talking about. That's a beautiful thing. Great inscription there from Tony. So we'll bring it back here. And our guy, Steve. Nick, I'm sorry. Everybody's name's Steve around here. So I was just hoping that your name was also Steve. We'll turn the camera around. Here, we can slide over. Or if you want to go get a refill tray, you can do that too. But our guy, Nick, is in the house. You say you're a Chicago Bears Tailgating Club member, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I actually tailgate a lot over there. Matt Mahalski is a good friend of mine.
Okay.
And that's kind of how we came to get to know you guys, because I brought the Collector's Cave over for the home opener.
Gotcha.
And that's how everybody kind of came, because Samantha Greenwood, who's, a diehard Bears fan and a Chicago Bears Tailgating Club loyalist, she kind of connected the dots. And here's Samantha's in the house now. So maybe talk a little bit about what you do at the Chicago Bears Tailgating Club.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a nice atmosphere for all Bears fans to tailgate. Years and years ago when the police and the Park District started cracking down on all the tailgating,
right?
We decided to formulate our own club run by the owner, Tim Shanley.
Yes, sir.
And we run it off of Cermak and Wabash, and we've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I had to move around a few times because of how big you guys have gotten. When I got to know you guys as the Chicago Bears Tailgating Club, you were over at the McCormick lot, the extra outdoor McCormick lot where all the
31st Street lot.
31st Street lot. And it was a long walk to the stadium. You'd walk through a few tunnels. They called it the Tunnel of Love.
Called it the 3-beer walk.
Yeah,
Took you 3 beers to get there.
It was a 3-beer walk for sure. And a rowdy parking lot, to put it mildly. But your rigs got so big and so heavy duty that you had to start finding your own private lots.
And not only that, but then they started cracking down that you could only start tailgating until 3 hours before game time. And by the time you waited in line and
how are you
and
supposed
got
to
your
tailgate
spot,
with only 3 hours of allotment? You got to set up, you got to tear down, you got to make the food.
You're not.
You don't
You're
have
not.
any time.
You're not. By the time you would have set up, it would be time to tear it all down. And so it was nice to see that we weren't the only ones that felt that way. And so that's when we kind of formulated this group and tried to find a way to make it advantageous for everybody.
Yeah, and shout out to Timmy from the bus. He lives in Austin, Texas, and flies up for every home game and gets all this organized to bring guys like me and you and the Mahalskis and everyone else together. It's a lot of fun. You can meet Nick and everybody else. They have, ambulances decked out in Bears, equipment and they roast a pig every home game. I mean, it is literally, you want to talk about top shelf professional tailgating. That's what you get at the Chicago Bears Tailgating Club with guys like Nick. Yep. So what did you get signed? You got a few different jerseys signed here?
Well, I bought the white Bears jersey and the blue Bears jersey from there, but I brought my own Jets jersey because Thomas Jones was always a favorite player of mine.
Yeah.
Showed the true grit of what a Chicago Bear truly should be. And so when the Bears got rid of him, after we picked up Cedric Benson, stayed loyal, and out of spite, I decided I was going to buy a Jets jersey.
See, that's what I mean. We stick with our Bears players. Now, little announcement for everybody here at Sovereign. The VIPs are done. So if you're ready for your autograph or your picture with Thomas Jones and you didn't have the VIP, you are welcome to get in line now. So go right ahead as our guy Mike lines up. Samantha's in line. Are you doing autographs first? All autographs and pictures, or pictures are so pictures are completely done now. Anybody that doesn't have a VIP ticket that wanted to get their autograph is welcome to get in line. And if you missed your picture with Thomas Jones, they'll do that at the end once all the autographs are filled out by our guy Thomas Jones, Hollywood superstar and legendary Chicago Bear. So, Nick, really appreciate you coming on and look forward to seeing you. Mahalski's been giving me a lot of crap because I haven't been over by the tailgate the last couple home games. Will you forgive me?
I will forgive you. But next time you come by, please come by our bus. We're the front 7.
Okay.
We run a miniature school bus. You'll see us with the big storage container that's orange. Come on by. We got food for everybody.
Hey, that sounds great. I'll definitely take you up on it.
Thank you very much,
Nick
guys.
From the Chicago Bears Tailgating Club. Thomas Jones loyalist, got 2 Bears jerseys and a Jets Thomas Jones jersey signed as Trae Tunes makes his way back to the show. What were you doing over there, Trae?
Menu.
They even got a Bears tailgating menu for the day. You want to talk about official here at Sovereign. They even made a personal Bears menu with the Bears insignia here on their menu just for today.
Oh, they're fancy.
They're fancy, huh? Real fancy with it.
Right.
As Samantha just got her, we turned the camera around. You can pull it up to the camera. What'd you get here? You got the bear down insignia. We got Samantha and Greg. 2 Gregs don't make a right, as they say. What number 80? Who you rocking over here? You got your own jersey, Bud.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
my
awesome.
boss's name is Hank, and they call him Bud. And I didn't know for like 2 years that his name wasn't actually Bud. He even signed his checks Bud. I was like, that's illegal, bro. Like, so I know what you guys are up to with that, Bud. You just don't want the government to catch up to you.
Now it was broadcast all over the internet. Everybody,
yeah, we're telling everybody. No, we're kidding here. All legit with Bud and Samantha, also big Chicago Bears Tailgating Club loyalists. So appreciate you guys coming out here for the big Collectors Cave event. Oh, we will definitely. You know me, I never make myself a stranger to anybody. So we'll absolutely do that. Bud and Samantha Greenwood, diehard Bears fans, doing their thing. So yeah, we're doing our thing too, and it's a lot of fun. We got Mike Pataka over here getting his autograph. Here, we'll turn the camera around. Oh, I'm turning the swivel. But I was turning it so we can see Thomas Jones. Oh no, we're good. Get the Thomas Jones.
Mike.
And Mike's up there making friends with TJ. A lot of fun.
He's
This
got
is what
on the custom bear shoes.
Yeah,
the
he's
blue
got
and
he's got
orange.
the custom Bears shoes on. You know, I just got my PF Flyers on. So
Yeah, I got my XJ 900s on.
yeah, it's definitely a nice turnout. This is what the Collectors Cave does. They're a one-stop shop. They even, for different events, they'll have a guy on location to frame the jersey too. He's not
Right.
here. He's not here today. They just have the picture and the autograph, and then you get the certificate of authenticity on this
Right.
stand to the left. But sometimes there's a guy that comes and frames the jersey
Wow.
that you get signed right on the spot. That's the kind of
Oh,
they're real deal.
that's good.
The real deal Holyfield autograph
I mean,
memorabilia
this
company.
is so legit. Like you just see everything going on, and it's ran properly with authentication. And I mean, this is just awesome. All these Bears fans, Thomas Jones fans out here, and having a good time. This awesome venue. I mean, it's Sovereign is. This place is really nice. I mean,
Yeah,
can't
and-
say that
and
enough.
You just talk about committed. You got Mike moving and shaking around. This is a guy that just became a father here recently, just had a little newborn baby. He's working hard for the people. Aaron, took time out of his Florida schedule to be here and do his thing. Aaron's one of the hardest working men in memorabilia business. So these guys, they like to have fun, but they also keep it really professional and take it seriously. There's Mike, just got his autograph, all happy. Got to meet Thomas Jones, but I'm sure you probably met him in passing. Oh, it's your first time. First time meeting Thomas. Was he nice? He was real nice. All right. Mike's seal of approval. Hey, that's what we're talking about.
Right.
We appreciate that, and everybody's getting their autographs and having fun. And that's what we're all about here at Braggs in the Stands and the Collectors Cave, is having fun. And again, if you want to be a part of the festivities, what did I butcher, Shane? Okay, I didn't butcher anything. I don't know what he's referencing, but shut up, Shane. Again, for anybody that's interested in taking part in the festivities, next week, Saturday, November 13th. That's right, Trey. Saturday, November 13th, Miguel Montero from 12 to 1:30 and Aramis Ramirez from 2 to 3:30 at Catch Table and Tap in Maryville, Indiana, 500 East 81st Avenue. Order your tickets at www.thecollectorcave.com, and you can also get any of your sports memorabilia needs, including the newly acquired Thomas Jones stuff that they all just got signed today. So a lot of Thomas Jones stuff will be on the website and a lot of other stuff as well, as they're signing and doing their thing. I won't be here for Baltimore. I'm going to be in Connecticut. I'm going to see the Boilermakers take on North Carolina for basketball. Yeah, I'll be here for the Cardinals game. Sounds good, Mike. All right. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Drive safe. And always bear down. Always.
Always.
That's the key.
Always. All the time.
Look
like Browns are on the board again.
Browns back on the board. Dolphins.
Baker.
Dolphins up 7-0 on the Texans as they got the red zone channel up here behind the bar. A lot of stuff going on. It'll be interesting to see what the Bears do tomorrow night against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Chubbs wants me to get a tank top on and go give Thomas Jones a hug. I don't want to scare him off while there's still people to get autographs here.
Right.
He may not be used to the Greg Braggs approach, but Chubbs, there's the compliment from Chubbs. I'm doing great. And I appreciate that because it is. I was nervous when we got started and we went live.
Did Chubb's account get hacked?
Yeah, he might have gotten hacked because he's normally busting my balls, especially if I start talking about Purdue. But Carmen, anytime you want to come out to a tailgate, I have the best place to show you a great time. The Chicago Bears Tailgating Club. Nobody tailgates better than them. Our guy Mike and Aaron can vouch for that, as I took them over and showed them a good time at the home opener. And that's kind of how we found our way out here to Sovereign in Plainfield, Illinois. So you just never
Networking.
know. You just
Right.
never know what bridge you're going to cross, but you gotta open the door to get across the bridge.
You gotta open the door.
Exactly. You're like, you were about to say exactly, and then you were like, wait, what the hell did he just say?
Right. Like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't kill that bird in the bush with one stone. Like what? Like what is
Yeah.
kind of?
I like this guy's Nike jersey. He's rocking it's like old school 90s Nike jersey. It says just do it. It's got that white men can't jump kind of font to it.
Right, you got the hat to go with it and everything.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice as
Nice.
as Mike gives it a little tug. I don't even know if Mike knows this man because he's tugging on his butt. But I like it. He's like getting frisky. You got to take him out to dinner before you do stuff like that. You know? I don't know. He got a Dolphins hat. Oh, I don't know what this hat is. Is this a? It's just a. I thought it was a Grizzlies hat at first, but it isn't. But he's very excited. Thomas always being nice. So he's excited. He got his card signed. Everybody's getting their stuff inked up. I'm a big fan of sports memorabilia. I got a lot of signed jerseys at the house. Hoping to get them framed eventually so I can hang them up in my man cave. Collector's Cave also offers that. If you need a jersey framed, contact the Collector's Cave and they'll be happy to do it. As Troy Shire is doing his thing, moving and shaking and hustling.
All right.
We got you on Candid selling.
35, 45,
Shire
45, 35.
Insurance
So
from Crown Point, Indiana.
Crown
Make
Point?
sure you get your Shire Insurance linked up and all your insurance needs from Troy. Follow him on Facebook. He's got a lot of good thoughts. Having fun. Yeah, we're doing our thing.
Yeah. All right. Boo, boo. And this whiskey is delicious.
Yes, it is. What kind of whiskey did you get? Do you know?
I told it to surprise me, and I am pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, because I asked for Jack and Coke here at Sovereign, and they said they don't have Jack, they don't have Crown, and I was a little nervous at first because I'm loyal to those whiskeys, and they hooked me up with a sour mash that's actually very good, very relatable to a Jack and Coke. So they knew exactly what I'd like. They hooked it up, and it's been very tasty. Very tasty drink. Very tasty. As our guy Steve, the general manager here at Sovereign, working very hard to take care of the customers of the restaurant and the fans that came here to see Thomas Jones.
Finna get rowdy on camera in a second.
Rowdy.
All right.
Got the helmet
nice
on.
helmet.
Here, we're gonna turn the camera around, sir.
Show that helmet off.
If you wouldn't mind showing your helmet off.
All right.
I love the ink. Maybe bring it a little closer to the camera so people can see. Everybody's getting the Fuck the Packers insignia. Oh, you are coming on after you're done getting your autograph.
Yeah.
So what kind of ink is that? Because that's a nice little pen.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Premium pen out there.
Premium orange ink pen. What different autographs do you have on there? Tommy Harris, Brian Urlacher, Lance Briggs. You got big time. Who's on the front? Charles Peanut Tillman.
Oh,
Let me see the other side of the helmet real quick. Because I always find it interesting with the Brian Urlacher. What's funny is I met a guy that has like the most Brian Urlacher autographs ever. And early in his career, he used to write out Brian Urlacher, the full name. And then he went to what they call B-line, U-line, because he signed so many autographs, that they got to be quick with it. So now that's his official autograph. I always find it interesting how people decide how their autograph is going to look.
I just realized Brian Urlacher's initials are BU.
EU.
Oh,
Oh, no. Oh, no. A
Oh, my
sign of things to come. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, congratulations. I know
Thanks
you're
for
really
stopping by
excited.
and
Thomas
showing us
Jones
that.
taking
That's
care
a
of
nice
the people.
Peyton jersey too. He's got
Yeah.
on.
So we got some lovely ladies getting their autograph by Thomas Jones right now, and they're dying to come on Braggs in the stands here and chop it up with Trae and Braggs. Don't go running away on me this time. If they come on,
I have to go get this whiskey.
Yeah,
man.
you got the whiskey. I might need a refill here soon, but exciting stuff. She's chopping it up. Yeah. So we're going to turn up the mics, make sure everybody's there's Trae.
Oh, I was 1, 2. Okay.
Get a little testing action in. Some diehard Bears fans from all walks of life coming to see Thomas Jones. Trying to get our mics tested out so we're ready to go for our special guests that are just dying to come on, talk some Chicago Bears football. You think I could beat Thomas Jones in an arm wrestling match? I don't know. I am a bricklayer. Come on now. You know, Aaron says no shot. I don't know. I'm feeling froggy. I have had a couple whiskeys.
Right.
So I'm feeling froggy, doing our thing. Thomas giving out selfies.
And do you like your arm?
You know, my boss Bud, as I was just bringing up earlier, he broke his arm wrestling. As a young buck. He's got a big scar going all the way down his forearm from it. So you do have to be careful about who you arm wrestle.
Right.
As we are bringing on two special guests here. Why don't you come around this side? You guys can pop on. We got a mic ready for you. And here, come on over here. You can be in the middle, and then we'll interview you. So what's your guys' names, license and registration?
What's up? I'm Caitlin Kavanaugh. I'm Amber.
Amber and Kayla.
Caitlin.
I'm sorry. It's loud in here. A lot of people in here.
Yeah.
So where are you guys from? What brought you? You came here to see Thomas Jones?
Yeah.
Where did you guys come from?
Well, I currently live in Phoenix, but I'm from the south side of Chicago.
Oh, from the south side.
I'm
So
from
sorry.
Manhattan.
You're from Manhattan.
Yeah.
You're from Phoenix.
Manhattan in Illinois.
So are you guys just here on vacation, or did you come here specifically for this?
Yeah, just popping in. You know, it was meant to be. Like we were gonna, watch some games today, and we pulled up. We're like, wow, this is great timing. So this was a surprise.
How did you hear about it?
You know, we actually didn't know this was happening. So
And you just came here for
yes,
lunch.
Yes.
And then you got yourself a Thomas Jones. Now you got yourself a Thomas Jones.
Yes.
Now are you married?
No.
Okay.
I am.
You are.
Yes.
So did you get anything for your husband? Is he a Bears fan or not because he's from New York?
No, we're from Manhattan, Illinois.
Okay,
so
I
we're
see.
from here.
Manhattan, Illinois.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this, Trae. We have a Manhattan too?
Yeah. It's a great town. Great town.
All right, Caitlin, do you want to do the announcement
Yeah,
here?
if anybody else would like an autograph from the Thomas Jones, make sure you head over promptly. This guy's got a lot to do, so make sure you head over and get an autograph from Thomas
That's right. Again,
Jones.
for anybody still hanging out here at the restaurant, if you want your Thomas Jones autograph and you haven't gotten one yet, now is your chance to get in line. If you want another Thomas Jones autograph, if you've already gotten one, get in line. He's taking care of everybody. Good man.
Legend.
Legendary Chicago Bear. And now he's a Hollywood superstar.
Straight
He's
out.
in the
straight
TV
out.
show Bounce. He stars in the TV show Bounce. He's in Luke Cage. You know, I the first time I saw him in Hollywood on the big screen was he had a small role in Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
You know, he's hustling the guys. He's coming to his door. He's like,
Killing
"Is
it.
this your house?"
From the green from the green field to the green screen. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, when he said
Right
that,
there.
I kind of peed myself a little when he did that. It was scary. It was
Very
terrifying.
convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is so great. We appreciate you having us on.
No, we appreciate you guys coming on because we were worried that we
absolutely.
were going to get thrown out.
Yeah,
Everybody's
sometimes
watching
that
us.
happens when you get
Some
the
people
Bears
look at us
fan
like-
all in one room.
Yeah, there were some people looking at us like, who the hell are these two
guys?
jokesters? But we appreciate you guys coming on all the way from Phoenix and Manhattan, Illinois.
Yeah.
Not New York.
all-
Lot happening in Manhattan. Hey, you never know. Maybe Collectors Cave one day will do a public signing in Manhattan. We'll try to see to it. Then
Yeah.
got
yeah.
a couple bars in Manhattan. So, hey, you never know.
There we
So
go.
it was really nice meeting
Nice
you guys.
meeting you
Thanks
too.
for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's much warmer in Phoenix. So I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah, definitely.
Although you got a nice weekend.
We do. We got some good weather out there. Yeah. Oh, and here. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Are
this
you a
is nice.
Phoenix Suns fan?
When. Ew. So my heart's in Chicago, right? So
but it's okay to
we
root
did
for
go,
your area.
yeah. The Blackhawks and Coyotes. It was like I had to decide who I was cheering for, but my heart's in Chicago.
Right,
That's
right.
the Bears and Cardinals. It's like you gotta. The Bears are where it's at. So my heart's always
Absolutely.
here. Loyalty. Yeah. Anybody who has missed their photos, all those VIPs out there, you know who you are. VIPs. Just
Very
come on out,
important
take the
people.
photos. We're getting ready,
That's right. Again, for anybody, because you gotta really
Yeah,
say anybody out there that hasn't gotten their picture with Thomas Jones. Now is your chance to get in line. Last chance to get your picture with Thomas Jones. That's right. I like
Right.
that. You know what's going on. So we'll have to bring you back on as a
Heck
guest.
yeah, man.
You're a professional.
Of course,
I didn't
of
realize
course.
we had professionals in the
Yeah,
house.
we don't mess
Right.
around.
Me and Trey could just walk away and you guys could wrap
Yeah.
up.
All right,
Because,
take a seat,
you
Bert.
guys
Here
know
we
what
go.
you're doing here.
We've been doing this since kids, Thank
I like
you.
it.
Nicely cooked there.
Show back in the day,
We're just professional jackasses.
Yeah, absolutely. Been there.
Trey's like, do not speak for me,
Right.
sir.
Right.
Well, we appreciate you. And
Thank you.
anytime you want to come on Braggs in the Stands, you are more than welcome. Trey also has his own show called the
Yeah.
Trae Tune Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do our
that.
thing. We appreciate you coming on and supporting the cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Thanks,
congrats.
Don. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
nice meeting you. And go Bears.
Yeah, go Bears.
Maybe one day they'll figure it out.
Yeah, they're
Right.
gotta have hope. Gotta have hope.
That's right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
There
Guys,
we
take
go.
care. Awesome guest.
How about it? Awesome blossom.
All right. Extra awesome.
So our guy Chubbs in the chat, he wants the unmarried girl's number. Chubbs always shooting his shot
Right.
here in the chat. So we'll see if we can get that for you, Chubbs.
You miss
I don't think she-
100% of the shots you don't take, right?
Yeah. He says I'm a terrible wingman. I didn't see it in the chat until she walked away, so I apologize.
Right.
And she's still here, so maybe we can facilitate.
If you were
that.
here,
Yeah. If you were here supporting us, Chubbs, you wouldn't have to relay this through the chat. You could have just gotten the number yourself, and I'd certainly be able to help you. Big Dollar Dave, maybe he's going to swoop in, because if you're not, you're not here, Big Dollar Dave is.
yeah, Big
You
Dollar
know,
Dave's about that action.
Sly as a fox, you got to watch out
Go swoop
for
in.
Big Dollar Dave.
Hey, girl.
Yeah.
You want
Hey,
some
girl.
ribs?
Want some ribs. So we're getting to the last bit of people getting their autographs here with Thomas Jones.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's just a really, really fun day. And a success. Another successful live event by the Collectors Cave. Got the NFL watch party going on. Atlanta's up 3-0 on the Saints. Chubbs gave that away as his upset pick for the day. Big Dollar Dave sweating over there because he disagreed. And then as the Browns just get into the end zone, Baker Mayfield, that of a torn labrum that he's playing on,
Wow.
just threw a touchdown pass, and Cleveland now leads 21-7 on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow.
So
That
in-state
AFC North is
dogfight at the Bengals' house. Cleveland's known as the Dog Pound.
Right.
Looks like they're bringing the dogfight to Cincinnati, and the Ravens are losing 14-3 to the Minnesota Vikings.
What is going on?
A lot of action, Trey.
And what is going on?
A lot of action. So we got our guy Mike and Aaron lining up their autographs. And we got the OJ, the legend. This guy's got a cool shirt on. I wonder what this is all about. Saying hi to
the ladies that came out in their stilettos.
That's right.
I saw her. Yeah.
We recognize it all.
Yeah.
Not easy to walk around in those things. You know, you got to show some love because
exactly.
Rocking the stilettos. Like it. I like it.
You remember that song?
Guys don't have to deal with that. They get the flat shoes.
Exactly.
You know, so we're lucky in that way.
Right.
I'd break an ankle for sure.
Right.
I have a hard enough time walking.
This is awesome. Thomas Jones out here.
Yeah.
Making all these people happy with the signatures and fuck the Packers. And
that's right. And we haven't had internet issues in a while, so that's nice.
Right.
Because at the beginning we were going off the rails there.
Well, don't move the laptop again and mess it up.
And now the sun, but now the sun's coming through. You know, here the window. So we're getting a little glare, not
glare.
A little glare.
Glare.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can.
That's okay. It just looks like.
Oh.
You know, you were fine where you were. Yeah. You know, it's like you're just like Rogers now. You're floating on a cloud.
All right. I'm descending into. Stay away from the light.
Faye wants her what's up. So we got to give our shout out to Faye. Hey, girl. Faye's in the chat.
Out to Faye.
Doing her thing. We're always going to shout you out, Faye. If we hadn't already, we apologize. You know, there's a lot going on, between.
Yeah. I can't see the chat
live
like
audience.
I usually do.
Big Dollar Dave is,
Big Dollar
distracting us. And, so it's hard with the chat and then pulling up the pictures and everything else. Good friend here is dropping jerseys, dropping them like they're hot.
Drop it like it's hot.
Oh, hey, have a good one. Enjoy that collection.
Yeah, we have to
keep it safe.
People getting their pictures taken.
Getting the pictures taken. Pictures and autographs. So again, for those of you still here at Sovereign hanging out, if you want your autograph or picture with Thomas Jones, now is your last chance. Looks like we got a guy with a training camp jersey of Thomas Jones. It almost looks training campish in the threads. So I like that.
All right.
It's old school. I don't know if it is or not. It looks a little small to be a training camp jersey, but it might be because, players would give those out from time to time if you ever went to Bourbonnais and got to watch these guys practice. It was a lot of fun when Bears training camp was at Bourbonnais.
Yeah. Awesome.
Did you not get to go?
No, I've never been. First time I've been to training camp was this year.
Oh, that's right. We got to go to Hallis Hall this year and see the Bears practice. It was cool to go there. I've never been to Hallis Hall. It's a longer drive for me, than Bourbonnais was only like 30 minutes away. Now, 2-hour drive for me to get to Hallis, but well worth it. It's a great venue. I just hope they can fit more fans in next year.
Well, they're definitely going to bring more people in next year.
Yeah, that's right.
They
better.
With that lottery, the way they set it up, they'll figure it out. I think the key, they wanted to get people signed up on the Bears.com website.
That's right. So we shall see. As the last few people are getting their autographs, Mike's waving his hands in desperation, trying to make sure everyone has gotten their autographs and pictures. Man of the people,
all right.
Michael Hayes, taking care of everybody, raising babies. Aaron's in Florida, raising a drink. Tequila on a boat.
Tequila.
That's right.
What a great turnout here in Sovereign. Playing, man, this is awesome.
Beautiful venue, great fans, great food. How's the food, Big Dollar Dave? 2 thumbs up.
Right.
Dave's giving it 2 thumbs up
Right.
on the
And,
food.
and Dave's a picky eater. He wouldn't just do that if it was bad. He'll let you know.
Yeah,
Dave keeps it real.
Dave does keep it real indeed. And that's what we do here at Braggs in the Stand. So we're just doing it up here, hanging out, doing our thing live for the Thomas Jones public meet and greet. And we shall see how things move along as we're getting to the back end of this event. We shall see. What have been your thoughts on the day so far, Trae?
I mean, this has been a great day. Great turnout, great crowd. You know, people just lining up with their unique items, getting them autographed. It was really nice event. Shout out to Thomas Jones. He really did his thing. Pleasing the people, man of the people. You just see the smiles and stuff with the conversations and the selfies and the signatures. Just everything is going great here, and I'm doing my best Braggs impression. Just something going on and on.
You gotta ramble. It's the art.
Right.
It's the art of the ramble.
Art of the ramble. Yeah.
Yeah. You're out late last night with J.R. Strauss
Right.
and
Shout
the
out to
ESPN.
J.R.
Shout out.
Strauss, Black, and Abdallah. Tyler Aki came through. It was awesome.
Yeah, Bulls lost, so that was the unfortunate part of the night.
Don't get me started on the Bulls, man. First time I'm feeling disappointed in the Bulls, and it's a little frustrating. I do still think they'll bounce back, win over 45 games this year. But they got to definitely get their act together because I want them to win some playoff series. That's what I'm all about. So we can attract some free agents.
Yeah, we shall see if the Bulls can acquire any more talent. They lost Patrick Williams for the year.
Yeah. So
Nikolai Vucevic isn't holding up his end of the bargain. So
is Vooch on? Is this his? He has one more year on this deal after this, right?
2, I think.
2?
Maybe.
But the good thing is he's not a high-priced guy. He does have a reasonable contract at least. But all right, so I was bring this question to some people. How do you feel about Kenneth Fareed?
I would take Kenneth Fareed for
Right.
sure.
Doesn't he seem like he'll fit good on this team?
Energy guy,
Right.
help out down low, get the rebounds.
Exactly. And he's just out there. I think he's playing overseas right now, but go get Kenneth Fareed. I know a lot of people say DeMarcus Cousins. I like Boogie as a player. He's gonna hold it down on the offensive end at least. And he's still trying to probably. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get that big contract. I mean, it's sad, to see a talent like that get hurt, and not be able to cash in like they should have. Players like DeMarcus Cousins and Isaiah Thomas, injuries kind of derailed that big contract they should have got.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be interesting to see too if Zach LaVine decides to stay. Because that's the other thing of the equation with the Bulls is will he stay with the Bulls when his contract is up? Because certainly a very talented player. I know he's injured right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think he's sold on a Bulls philosophy. I mean, because I know he's loving the new team more than we are. He sees how hard because he's playing with those players. So I know he's loving it there. But the Philly game, the first Philly game that we lost, he made some bad choices out there on the court, and it cost us big time. So. This last game was more of a whole team disappointment, especially coming from Vooch in particular, who just can't convert on the offensive end. I just get better. That's all I.
Be better.
Right.
Just don't be you.
Yeah, Brian Urlacher. Wow. I didn't realize that till today.
Yeah. Brian Urlacher, be you. Dear God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So they got a customized tailgate menu just for today. They got a tailgate burger. It's an 8-ounce Angus beef patty with American cheese, a seared hot dog, sport pepper, neon green relish, yellow mustard, tomato, and white onion.
That sounds very good. A tailgate menu.
Yeah.
Taking care of the people here.
They got the tailgated fries, right?
Yeah, they got it all.
Yeah, the guy raving about how delicious these fries were.
Big Dollar Dave gives it 2 thumbs up. So that's what it's all about here at Sovereign in Plainfield, Illinois. So we're doing our thing here, wrapping up the show, having some fun. We appreciate everybody that tuned in to our live show. Trae and I doing our thing, having some fun, and appreciate everybody that came out to Sovereign. Got to give a big shout out to Big Dollar Dave.
Big Dollar Dave.
Yeah.
Big Dollar Dave.
Yeah, you get a chant for sure. You get a chant for coming out and supporting our cause.
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough. And again, thank you to Sovereign for being a great host here today. From Thomas Jones doing all the autographs to
Thomas Jones.
There's Big
in the
Dollar
building.
Dave.
Pew, 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 pew.
All the people here hanging out. It's just a
Yeah.
beautiful venue.
Right.
And you should definitely come here if you're ever in the Plainfield area to get some good food, good eats.
Yeah.
And just a great venue, all in all.
Yeah.
Have to bring the wife out here sometime.
Yeah.
And I
gotta treat the missus, man.
Yeah, got to. So I think that about wraps things up. We hit the 2-hour mark here for Braggs in the Stands live here at Sovereign for the Thomas Jones signing, brought to you by The Collector's Cave. Visit www.thecollectorcave.com for all your sports memorabilia needs, and keep an eye out for their future public signings, meet and greets, and autographs, sports memorabilia on their page. Again, next week, Saturday, November 13th, at Catch Table and Tap in Maryville, Indiana. You can meet Miguel Montero from 12 to 1:30 Central, or Aramis Ramirez from 2 to 3:30 Central. Get your tickets again at www.thecollectorcave.com. So again, that wraps things up for today. Thank you to all. Thank you for tuning in. For my guy, Trae Tunes, who I cannot thank enough. Our first ever
live show.
First ever live show.
Yeah.
And it was a success in that no one threw us out.
Right. Exactly. You can't mute me on here. I'm in your face.
But again, I really appreciate all your hard work. You're out late last night. You're able to bring all this heavy duty equipment. All I got is a laptop, and then you've got the rest. Trey's like, now, Greg, you're going to need this stuff going forward. I'm like, okay. I need you to buy it for me because I have no idea what the hell any of this stuff is. But it's much needed for an entertaining show like we put on here today. Shout out to our people here in the crowd that wanted to join. You know, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, all the people that showed off their memorabilia.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Got the memorabilia signed up, showing it off. Got a Bengals fan in the house. Bengals are losing here, sir. You don't look too concerned though. You gonna be all right? I think it's 24-7 Browns. Not to spoil it, but it's getting ugly over there in Cincy. Your boys better step up, but you'll be all right. The Bengals will be all right. It's the Bears that we got to worry about around here. They need to pick it up here tomorrow night. Monday Night Football against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can Justin Fields recreate some of the theatrics he did last week, but in a winning fashion? That's going to be the name of the game for the Chicago Bears. So we shall see, but really the one positive you can take from the Chicago Bears right now is what Justin Fields is capable of doing and could potentially become.
What I'm hoping doesn't. I think. All right. This is. I think you're going to see Justin Fields like continue to progress, but it's going to probably. I hate to say, do you think this game is going to look just like the San Francisco game where we do well on offense, but not good enough to win?
Well, I think that defensively they can't be as there's no way they could be any worse than they were last
Right.
week.
Yeah,
So I
force
think
a
that you
punt.
might see a little pick me up effort from the defensive side of the
Yeah.
ball, but without Khalil Mack and Eddie Jackson, that certainly is not easy. And then of course, offensively, they can only get better each week with Justin Fields gaining more experience, getting more reps, gaining more chemistry with the guys they have. So it'll certainly be interesting to see how that unfolds. But we're getting to a point now where all that matters is Justin Fields' development and less about wins and losses, which is disappointing for any fan.
Yeah.
Bears fans want to see this team make the playoffs, and it looks like that's a long shot, to put it mildly, for this season. But they still have a chance to get to 4-5 here before the bye week, and that should be their goal.
See, the thing is, it's like, all right, say the Bears, Justin Fields progresses, and we do happen to sneak into the playoffs. Is Nagy back next year?
Yes. So what do you root for?
Right. It's like and that's sad when your coach is so clearly awful that you root against the success of your team so they can get fired.
Well, that's what happened last year when they went on that 6-game slide. You almost was hoping they would lose out just so they would clean house.
Yeah.
And instead, they backdoored their way into the playoffs. Everyone kept their job, but they were able to draft Justin Fields. So there was a silver lining there, albeit they had to give up a first-round pick to get to that spot to draft Justin Fields.
He's worth it.
It's convoluted, but I know that our guy Chubbs would say it is not. Thank you, Ghost Rider, Double R, for being in the chat. Thank you to everybody here at Sovereign. Thank you to everybody hanging out for the whole show, for all the internet bumps that we had to go through at the start and everything else. I think the show went pretty smoothly here in the second half. So we're getting our ducks in a row. Yeah, I always say I want to hit a home run with one of these live shows. I hit nothing but singles in my first 2 live events. But Trae, you have elevated me. I think we rounded third with this one here today. I don't want to call it a home run because we should always be striving for excellence. But I do say we definitely rounded third on this show here today.
Until next time.
Until next time. So, again, for my guy, Trae Tunes, make sure you tune in to the Trae Tunes Show Monday through Friday, live only on Twitch. Weekdays 12 to 2, www.twitch.tv/Trae Tunes. And then, of course, we got Braggs in the Stands where you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere else where you can also find Trae. So, with that being said, for Trae Tunes, I am Gregory Braggs Jr. And, of course, this is Braggs in the Stands.